No, I got AP from that. Probably because I guessed right. Alright, so we're done with that. For now, let's do side quests. I believe. Or not. This thing's telling me to continue for some reason. Alright. Let's, you know, beat some guards up. What's up? Here, generic looking blue dude. Aren't you students from that military academy? Was it? What are you doing here? We're terribly sorry to trouble you, but we were hoping you might be able to help us with something. You know, do your job. Can you do your job for us? Maybe? Could we ask you a few questions about the incident that occurred at the Grand Market this month? What? What does that have to do with you? We're visiting this town on a field study as students of Thor's Military Academy, and we would very much appreciate the chance to see how experienced soldiers such as yourselves handle difficult everyday situations. Nice, Laura. This seems a perfect opportunity for an anecdotal case study, and could prove most invaluable to our education, if you permit it. Alright. Stay here. I'll see what I can do. Looks like we might be able to hear what they have to say for themselves after all. Nicely done, Laura. Times like these, we need to make good use of our positions. No one can fault a student for wanting to learn, after all. But now comes the hard part. This makes me nervous. Well, let's just wait and see what we can get out of them. Remember, it's not always what they say that matters, but how they say it, and even more importantly, what they don't say. Right? I was hoping to be voice acted. Oh, I hope you appreciate us taking our time out of our busy schedules for this. What do you guys do in the guardhouse all day? So what do you want? And make it quick. I'm a busy man, you know. You say that a lot. He's not even trying to keep up appearances. Unbelievable. I'll be brief then. We came to discuss the incident at the market this morning. Would we be correct in assuming that the Provincial Army will be conducting no further investigations? Is that all you came here to ask? Is that all? Should the armed forces charged with maintaining peace in this region not be taking this matter more seriously? Or I'm not sure. You caught a big mouth for someone your age, and I'm sure you have a lot to learn about how military units actually work. What do you mean? Let me ask you this. What should the number one priority of the Provincial Army be in order to maintain the status quo? I'll tell you. Their number one priority should be to enforce the will of their region's ruling lord, Duke Albareo. You literally just implicated him in theft. You know that, right? As members of the Provincial Army, the will of the nobility is absolute. We're just following our orders, protecting what we have a duty to protect. I assume you're referring to the local petition against the sales tax increase. So you're saying, as long as the petition isn't withdrawn, the Grand Market isn't something you have a duty to protect? Interpret my words however you want. We're soldiers. Follow our orders. That's how the military works. And we don't need some fresh military academy inductees? Okay, telling us how to do our job. Burger. This is nuts. Does he even have a tiny shred of shame? Nope. I was hoping we'd be able to get something out of him, but sure he doesn't but it sure doesn't seem to like me. I mean, we got plenty out of that. He just basically told us everything. So, is that it then? I hope this has been enlightening. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a job to not do. Wait. Would you mind answering just one more question? Elliot? Oh, fine, ask away. Oh, he's actually answering. Well, do you have any idea what might happen to the goods Marco was handling? You know, the accessory merchant, all that he had left was that one sample. What are you talking about? The merchant from the capital? Haynes was the one who was planning on selling accessories. What? What did you just say? What are y'all looking at me like that for? How did you know that? I was under the impression you hadn't investigated the matter at all. How peculiar. I mean, we should have just walked away after that, not incited any more from them. You know, the army could kill us. We have our information now, we know exactly what's going on. How peculiar. We only discovered what each of the merchants was intending to sell a short while ago ourselves. Sir, you messed up. We have our own ways of finding these things out. You do well not to underestimate us. No, we wasted enough time answering your questions, and we're leaving. Do you think they went to school? The fact that they know what each of the merchants was selling means they did investigate the matter after all. But the burglary happened last night, and it was only first discovered this morning. Realistically, I don't think there was any opportunity during that time for them to do any digging. Not without running into us. Agreed. I suspect they know what each merchant was planning to sell well in advance of yesterday's incident. Though that would be easy information for them to learn, since Duke Alvareda must have issued permits for both stalls. That's true, and the army would have no trouble gaining access to transaction records for something like that. But why would they bother? Maybe they need to know so they could prepare. Prepare for what? I get the impression that the incident at the market has been carefully planned out for a while now. I don't think those two merchants being given permits at the same time was a coincidence either. It was probably done to get them to start fighting so that they could get robbed while there was tension between them. Basically, to create a situation that couldn't be brought under control without the army's help. So, the two merchants were being used all along. That seems to fit perfectly with what happened this morning. Meanwhile, the provincial army has shown no interest in actively working towards a solution, unless the market manager chooses to withdraw his petition. So they waited for things to get out of hand, then showed up to force both parties into an uncomfortable truce. Eventually the merchants would get worn down enough that they'd feel like they had no choice but to withdraw the petition. This is turning out to be an even shadier situation than I thought. Yeah, but thanks to Elliot, I do believe we finally uncovered the truth of the matter. Sure. Good job, Elliot. You did something. This was indeed very quick thinking you displayed, Elliot. You make a fine military strategist. I don't know if I agree with that. This and, you know, military strategy are two very different things. I just got lucky, that's all. So, what we know is the Provincial Army is somehow involved with the actual perpetrators of this crime. The only way to solve it once and for all, though, seems to be, well, to find them and catch them. But if this was carried out by members of the Provincial Army, that's not going to be an easy task. No, I don't think anyone from the army was directly involved. The soldiers are far too proud to dirty their hands with such escapades. I tend to agree. Really, whoever the culprits are, I doubt they're still in Kildare. They just aren't many viable places to hide such a big volume of goods without them being found. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe they escaped by train? No, that can't be. Boarding the train with that much merchandise would raise suspicions, for sure. It's been less than a day since the burglary happened, so they can't have gone far. Maybe we should ask around the main roads, see if anyone saw anything out of the ordinary. Someone suspicious may have been spotted leaving, or even entering the town. That sounds like a wise course of action. Let's resume our search. We mustn't let our cowardly thief run free. Wouldn't dream of it. Alright, so all that happened. Now, I think that's all we need to do for now. Now we can go do side stuff, maybe? Now? Maybe? Okay, yeah. So now, little book thing I think is over here. Oh, it's red. Yep, thank you for telling us that. Lulu, are you okay? Look what that nasty man did to her. Is something the matter? I was just, chasing after Lulu near the west exit of the town. And there was this weird man sleeping on the side of the street. Weird man. To sleep in the midst of a bustling town like this. Obviously, it's oblivious to its dangers. Okay, that makes more sense now. Suggests he must possess formidable skills. Or he was just really drunk. A nasty smell coming off him and nearly made Lulu faint. That's terrible. It really was. I don't know who he is, but I have to keep an eye on Lulu to make sure she keeps her distance from him. So he's not from this town then? I'm not sure. I only started seeing him around a few days ago. I never seen him before that. Really now. That sounds like a load lead if I ever heard one. If he's drinking in the middle of the day and is Instructor Sarah, then we know he's not a merchant, at the very least. Yeah, I think we should go talk to him. Let's have a look near the west exit and see if we can track him down. Alright. Have you guys made up? Mom got really mad at me, so yeah. Sorry about yesterday. Promise me you won't pull any stuff like that anymore, okay? I'll forgive you if you do. Yeah, I promise. Here, take this. It's a real special to me, so you know I'll be serious. Alright. They made up. Nice. What are we supposed to do? Oh, west exit. But at west exit, we also have to talk to this person. Train stuff. Decision asks whether the planning period regarding the lost property. Yes, there was an inquiry. And while it seems to match the description we received to... Oh, can I ask when the inquiry was made? I believe it was this morning. A young lady came along in a panic, claiming that she was at a complete loss without her wallet and its contents. From what I could tell, she seemed to have traveled alone, too. I get why she would be in a panic, then. Did she say anything else that could lead us to her? She mentioned something about returning to the inn to do a thorough check, if I recall correctly. It's the weather... That's quite the name. It's the Weathercock right down the street. You can't miss it. How convenient we happen to be staying there ourselves. Okay, let's go ask Margaret. Did you name that restaurant, Margaret? Did you? It's right there. I never noticed. Did it say that before and I just, wasn't paying attention? Hey there, something the matter? Do you have a moment? There's something we'd like to ask you. Explains. Oh, you're asking for Annabelle? Bad timing though, she just left. That's unfortunate. But we have a name now at least. That makes life a lot easier. True. All that's left now is to actually meet her with her. She mentioned that she'd been searching the rest of the area in the Grand Market next, so you'll want to head there. Make sure you return it to her, okay? That's what we're doing. Alright, for a well-off looking lady that should be searching for something. You? But you're not alone. Wait, what? Oh, she's checking on her silk. We have a name too, right? Oh, this is the rest area. Excuse me, you wouldn't happen to know if a young lady came here searching for her wallet, would you? She was indeed here a few moments ago, but she's gone now. Do you know where she went then? Unfortunately not. She did mention something about having no choice but to rely on Adios now. So, does that help you with it all? I think there's only one place that could be. Shall we make our way to the church? Seems like it's our best bet now. Convenient that there's... Again, this is supposed to be like a super hub of merchantry and selling and everything. Only one inn, one train station, one church. What are the odds? That seems very unlikely. Especially, I mean, considering the size of this, farmer's market, of a grand market, it makes sense. Alright. I don't think I need to talk to you. So I'm gonna talk to you again, though. Okay, I'm talking to you again. So I thought I remember seeing something. I don't talk to you again. Over here. And there. Oh, Adios, please have mercy on my poor soul. Simply cannot believe this. How am I supposed to live on? Having lost all my mirror in a place like this. Looks like we found her. The tragic heroine act made it kind of obvious. Unfortunately, we have ruptured. Excuse me. Eek. Just who are all of you people? Well, you can turn right around if you're planning on to rob me in a church in the broad daylight. And you know, it's probably not being robbed. Yeah, now that I think about it, it doesn't really make sense. I no longer have any. Please calm down. We just want to ask you something. Did we like show up with our weapons drawn or something for her to act like that? Are we correct in assuming that you are Annabelle? I am. Thought so. You wouldn't have to recognize this wallet, would you? I showed Annabelle the wallet. That's my wallet. Where did you find it? Well, you see. Explain. Thank you so much. I'm surprised to hear that a merchant from the Grand Market kept it safe for me. However... Oh, that was not that kind of however, it was a different kind of however. Kindness remains within people's hearts after all, it would seem. Looks that way, yeah. Regardless, I'm very grateful that you found it for me. Is there any particular amount that you'd like in return? You can have what's currently here if you'd like. I don't think we can accept that. Your thanks alone is enough. I see. Well, how about this then? I purchased it as a souvenir at the Grand Market before the Great Polyp search began. Pickard plush, alright? I see no reason you can't accept that. In fact, I insist. I hope you find it useful. Thank you. Will you gratefully accept that? You're very welcome. Thank you again for finding my wallet. Alright, that's done. So you managed to find the owner of the wallet then. Thank goodness. I really can't thank you enough. I'm glad that we could be of help. Please excuse us then. Alright.
I can do this.
Okay, yeah, that happened. So we're done with that. Let's do this. Wait, no, West Keldrig is where we have to go, right? So, let me check. Gotta, mug a drunk homeless dude. But let me check for this for a second.
Well...
Give me a second, jeez. This is north. Up there. So, this way. This is the drunk dude. Jesus, look at those, the legs. What's wrong with him? No wonder he's not walking around. Look at those. Got serious issues with his legs there. Drink, bring me another drink. Phew, this guy reeks. How much has he put down? It's only midday, and he's already completely blitzed. I don't think this is the man we're looking for. I think he'd have trouble pulling off a robbery. Sir, are you alright? We can help you get back home if you'd like. Let me alone. I'm just a good for nothing who just lost his job. Looking after that nature park was my whole life. Nature park? I wonder if he's talking about Lunaria Nature Park we saw yesterday. Oh, you kids know it? They. I used to be the park ranger for that old place. And then you lost your job? I don't know where to. Giving my life to that job, I did. And he just came and took it all away from me. And officially showed up out of nowhere and told me I was sacked. Can't just make a man's livelihood off him like that. It's not fair. The job was my life. My life. Yes, we can see that. Something about this doesn't sound right. I agree. It hardly seems fair to take a man's job away from him without a good reason. Right. I'm so glad somebody here understands how I feel. There's no way a bunch of kids like you're gonna do a better job than me. Kids. I was drinking last night too, you see? Bunch of kids in ranger uniforms went walking around that town through the west exit. Weird thing was, they were carrying a bunch of wooden boxes in the middle of the night. Kids these days, I tell you. You don't think they could have been the nature park? I wouldn't even have considered it. Really? I mean, the only other place that they could have been hiding? But, given its size, it would no doubt be a perfect hiding spot. Yeah, they'd have no trouble stashing the merchandise they're undetected. The men standing at the entrance yesterday were probably there as lookouts. And if the Provincial Army was the one to tell him he was fired, that's practically a smoking gun. Say something useful or something? Don't know what I said, but if it helps you out, why not buy me a drink? I suggest you start trying to sober yourself up instead. That's a good chance. There's a good chance we may be able to recover both your job, your park, and your job. Aren't those the same thing? We know our next stop, I should say. As soon as we're fully prepared, let's head out to Lunaria Nature Park. Right. Alright. There you go. We got something. Oh, we got a bunch of stuff. Okay. Increased strength, nice. Arts and HP defense and arts defense. Okay. So you, I am gonna give that. You, I'm gonna give that. And yeah, I don't think we have any new quartz. Oh, we have shield. Our defense is 178. Arts defense is only 110. But you just don't have it, so you know, yeah. Oh. And yeah, you have an extra spot here. Any more arts with detection, that's fine. Oh, actually, that's kind of worthless to you, so no, we'll just leave that. Okay, well, you have that, and sure, this gives you stat bonus, so that's more useful to you. All right, links are like that. Tactics. I think we still have to see Reen and Laura's. I forgot her name for a second. Laura's interaction when they get a link kill and so on. So we'll just do that as we go. Okay, so we need to
Right.
somewhere along this road we need to destroy that monster. And this is the market manager, so how do we turn that in? Hey y'all, I hope you enjoyed that. If you like what you saw, you can watch me live on Twitch at twitch.tv/Luminiferous If you want to see these videos, of course, you can see me on YouTube with Luminiferous Quack on YouTube. And you can see, if you want to get notifications for when my videos come out or when I stream on Twitch, you can follow me on Twitter or X at LuminiferousQ. I hope to see you guys there. Have a good one. Please subscribe and like the video. It really helps me out. Bye-bye.